Who is Saran? Eclectic, creative, problem solver, goofy, a wordsmith, a server, colorful, dynamic, leader, artsy. I could go on for days. I actually got introduced to rapping via freestyling, like improv freestyling, as well as battle rap. I started battle rapping all the time, battle rapping anybody that I could. You know, you gotta win by any means necessary, so it was very cutthroat, it was very dark, it was very mean, aggressive style. And I kind of stayed with that for a bit. Then I had some friends that were in the street that kind of like challenged some of the stuff I rapped about, because, you know, when you're 14, you're just like mimicking the stuff you see. So I'm like, okay, Jay-Z's rapping about, you know, women, he's rapping about drugs, he's rapping about cars, and I want to be Jay-Z, so I'm just gonna rap about the same things. And then when someone had challenged me about that stuff, I ran to a point where I had basically had to choose, because I realized I was lying in my music. So I could either live the life that I rap or rap the life that I live. And I realized that what I was doing was a little bit more than negative, and I want to be a positive light to people. Having some, I don't know, some divine encounter, so to speak, but running with a bad crowd, and because these people are older than me, it's almost like this idolization, and it was like, man, like this is cool, I want to be a part of this. But being fortunate enough for them to be like, oh, you're like the hope of the group, like you're the one that has the chance to make it out, stay away from this. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna let you get a part of this. 2013, I was studying abroad in Japan at the time, and I noticed I had like a spot on my face that got really light, and I was like, man, what is this? And I was thinking, man, maybe I'm just not eating right, maybe it's something related to my diet. A couple of people had kind of asked me about it, and I was just like, I don't know. And then it was there for probably about 4 months, and then it went away. And then about 6 months later, it came back, and then it also popped up over here. And it was very small at first. And I was just like, okay, well, maybe this might go away again. So I'm just kind of like, okay. But then it actually went from just being like light spots to kind of like this, like no melanin patches, and it was there to stay. And then it slowly just kind of started to grow and change, and sometimes it'll repigment. The antibodies actually attack the cells in your skin that make melanin, and melanin controls the pigmentation. 1% of the population in the world has it, and it's non-fatal, so because of those two things, it affects a small group of people and it doesn't kill people. Researchers don't really care about it too much, and so they're like, we don't really know what causes it. With me being an artist, it's this idea that I want to leave a lasting impression. When I walk into a room, when I meet someone, when I shake hands, I want you to remember me. But at the same time, I always had kind of a persona of like, when I'm not in artist mode, I want to be incognito. Like I want to be able to roam around, you don't see me, I'm not there, fly on the wall. And what happened was, now anytime I enter a room, at least for the first 20 seconds, I'm getting stares and I'm getting looks, and I can tell people are trying to process what's going on. I go into schools and teach, so I'll be teaching like middle schoolers or elementary students, and they'll be like, you know, what is that on your face? Go wash that off, or something like that. And it's like, no, it's not something on my face, like it's vitiligo, and trying to explain it in a digestible way. If I can stand comfortable and confident and explain that to people, then people who deal with the same thing will be encouraged and inspired and motivated to do the same. Look at it as a powerful force and not something that hinders them or inhibits them from happiness.